Well, how y'all are this afternoon? It's your buddy George Jones over at the Bergen Gun Range with my next installment on 8. I got this old used gun. The old used gun I got today is this guy. This is a Model 10 Smith & Wesson. But it's interesting about how it's a Model 10. People think, well, take a Model 10 for granted, kind of. And I didn't realize the little idiosyncrasies of the Model 10 until I started researching it one day last week, trying to look at why it's a Model 10 or why it's a Smith & Wesson M&P. It's a 5-shot 38 special 4-inch barrel. They offered it in 2-inch, 4-inch, and 6-inch. This design started out as the Smith & Wesson hand ejector about 1905, and they come out with this as the hand ejector. So over the years, that's what it was. It was a Smith & Wesson hand ejector, model 1905, and it basically stayed that way all the way up until World War II, and they made a few minor changes to it when it became the Victory model for a while. After World War II, they decided that the design would be the Smith & Wesson M&P, the military and police model. And it stayed the Smith & Wesson M&P all the way up to 1957. In 1957, they decided that what they would do is they would change the designation of the various firearms that they were manufacturing and start putting manufacturer's model numbers on them. And the M&P became the Model 10. Cool. The Chief became the Model 36, like that. This is a 5-screw configuration. Now, this screw that you normally find right here on a Smith & Wesson Model 10 is the screw that holds the crane in, okay? It's a side plate screw, but it's also the screw that holds the crane in. On this gun, the screw that holds the crane in is up here on the front of the trigger guard, at the root of the trigger guard where it goes into the frame. And this screw only holds that front of the side plate on. So they changed that, they simplified that in 1962. They simplified that. And after that, the Model 10 didn't have a screw in the front of the trigger guard anymore. We know that in 1957, that they started producing guns with model numbers on them. So we know that this gun was manufactured sometime between 1957 and 1962, during that 5-year period. So this is like one of the first Model 10s. And this one is marked Model 10 in here, okay? So we know that that gun is pretty old for a 38 special revolver. Well, with all of that having been said, let's shoot the gun and see how it works. Got us a box of 38 Special Federal 158 grain round nose lead, which would be the round that was available when this gun was made. We'll load her up right quick, put her a load or two to it. As always, our target is a 3/4 size chest center steel plate hanging at 25 yards. It's awful cold outside, but I wanted to come out here and do this video anyway. From the bench, 6 rounds on double whaction. Let's do 6 rounds on double whaction. See if we can hit it. No. Yeah, that hit it. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Wasn't holding my mouth right. That's the problem. Oops, I'm out. It's time to wind it back up. Get them out there. They eject nicely. Get us another 6 and put it in there right quick. Shoot a few more. Didn't bring a speed loader or nothing for this gun. It has the same cylinder index as my Model 15, see? So it uses the 10A speed loader. It uses the 10A. I don't know what it uses in Safari speed loader, but in the other people that make speed loaders, I can't think, HKS, in the HKS, it uses the 10A speed loader. It's pretty good shooting old gun, as old as it is. Well, that's it. This gun would be what? It would be, let's say 1960, 70, 80, 90, 2000, 2010, 2018. It's almost 60 years old. Let's say it's 60 years old. So that's pretty good longevity for anything. I wish I had a car that was 60 years old, worked as good as this did. Other than that, other than the history of it and the fact that this particular gun shoots right, there's not much else you can say about it. You see one of these guys, this age and this condition, this gun's worth about, I'd say $600, because it's what a collector would refer to as a transitional design. It's got a little bit of blue wear on it, a little bit of holster wear on it. It's been used. It's got the little skinny barrel on it. It's got the new style sight that would have come with it when they changed the model designation. The previous guns mostly all had just a round, what I call a penny front sight. It's just a round hump out here. I don't know. Yeah, I'd say a gun's worth at least $500 because of the gun it is, which is a transitional design. But and I think the guy who actually owns this gun gave $500 for it. Whereas, you know, one made in the 1980s, when they quit making them, today would be worth maybe $250, $300. Most people that have them on the shelf at a gun shop will have them at $500. But, you know, this gun's in about, I don't know, I would say 80% condition. The high spots have got a little wear on it, but other than that, it locks up and it shoots right. You know, it's a good positive gun. Oh, well, that's about the size of it. Appreciate y'all coming by. Like-a-tate, share-a-fi, commentate, and subscribe. You send me an email, leave me something in the comments, tell me what you'd like to see, what you'd like me to do, what you'd like me not to do, and like that. So just, hey, and we're getting down there pretty close to the old gun giveaway too. When I hit 1,000, you know, one of those subscribers is going to get a new gun. So be telling your buddies about it, getting them to subscribe, getting them to sign up. Somebody's going to be lucky. All right, then. We'll see y'all. Appreciate you coming by. Bye now.